Good day, sir. I am Silcal Isasilo, B71 Betelgeuse, and this is my report in my story of the Wizard of Oz in 1939 film. The Wizard of Oz is a 1939 American musical fantasy film produced by Metro Goldwyn Mayer. So it is a work of American Music Festival. So as we can see in the movie, there is a lot of singing also that we can see. It is often seen as one of the greatest films of all time. It is most commercially successful adaptation of L. Frank Baum's 1900 children's fantasy novel, The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. So, The Wizard of Oz is one of the popular films in the American. So it is adapted. It becomes famous because it is adapted by the one of the director of the movie and making the Wonderful Wizard of Oz. So this is a short summary of the story. So the orphan Dorothy lives in Kansas Prairie with her Aunt Em and Uncle Henry and her little black dog Toto. When cyclone hits, Dorothy is looking for Toto so she doesn't get to the cyclone cellar in time. Suddenly, the cyclone lifts the house with Dorothy and Toto inside, high in the air. Dorothy wakes up in the land of Oz where she discovered that her house has landed on and killed the Wicked Witch of the East. Dorothy meets the Munchkin and the Good Witch in the North, who gives Dorothy the dead with magic silver shoes. Dorothy wants to return to Kansas, but to do so, she must travel to Emerald City to ask the help of the Wizard of Oz. In the first part of the journey, Dorothy finds traveling companion she rescues a scarecrow from his lonely life on his pole in a field. The scarecrow asks to accompany her on her journey so he can ask the Great Oz for a brain. So they come across a Tin Woodman. Dorothy helps rescue him by oiling his joints. The Tin Woodman also asks to join the trip so he can ask the Great Oz for a heart. A cowardly lion scares them. Dorothy slaps the lion for scaring Toto. The cowardly lion admits he is a coward and wants to join the others so he can ask the Great Oz for courage. When Dorothy and friends finally arrive at the Emerald City, the Great Oz agreed to meet them, appearing in different disguises for each traveler. He tells each he will grant their wishes only when they have to kill the Wicked Witch of the West. So the travelers set out for the land of the Winkies in the West. The Wicked Witch of the West makes several attempts to stop them with a series of unsuccessful attacks from a pack of wolves, a flock of crows, a swarm of bees. The witch then uses her magical golden cup to call on the winged monkeys. The monkeys scatter the scarecrow and drop Tin Woodman on rock, but because Dorothy is protected by the good with Kiss, they transport carefully along with the captured Cowardly Lion to the Wicked Witch Castle. When the Wicked Witch of the West uses her magic to snatch one of Dorothy's silver shoes, Dorothy throws water on her, causing the witch to melt away. Once again, the travelers set out to return to the Emerald City, but call the field mice one more time to tell them how to get there. The queen of the field mice suggests Dorothy to use the magic golden cup. Back in the Emerald City, the travelers demand that the Great Oz fulfill his promises. Toto accidentally knocks down a screen that reveals the Great Oz is in fact a little old man. Still, the Great Oz, who he rebels from Nebraska, uses her humbug wizardry to fulfill the scarecrows. The Great Oz then asks Dorothy to help him make a hot air balloon that will transport the two of them across the desert of Oz and back to their homes. But at the time of the departure, the balloon accidentally takes off with the Great Oz, but not Dorothy, who is chasing after Toto. The Scarecrow, now ruler of the Emerald City, decides to travel with Dorothy and other to Glinda's castle in the land of Quadlings. They must find a way past some hostile guardian trees across a country made of fragile china and helps rescue some wild animals from a monstrous spider. When they can pass their heads to punch the travelers. When they try to pass, Dorothy again calls the monkey to transport them safely to the beautiful land of Quadlings. Glinda promises to tell Dorothy how to get home in exchange for Golden Cup. Glinda plans to use the cup to return to the Scarecrow to the Emerald City. Glinda will then give the cup to the winged monkeys so they can finally be free. Glinda tells Dorothy she can take together the heels of her silver shoes 3 times and command to take her home. Very soon, Dorothy arrives home again in Kansas without her silver shoes, but happy to be home in the arms of her Aunt Em. So that is a summary of the story. That is how they make a summary of the story. And this is the characters. The Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion present together make up the American society during the time period of the late 1800s, early 1900s. The Wizard of Oz unsurprisingly represents the President of the United States in the story of the Wizard of Oz. Is a charlatan who has convinced those around him that he wields great power, but who doesn't really have much power at all. Oh, that's it, sir. Thank you.